Hello fellows! This tutorial is going to go over how to use the Excel hour calculator so that you can see where you are in your service and see how plans for breaks, vacation days, and sick days will impact the average number of hours you need to serve each week. Remember that Promise Fellows are expected to serve full-time. This means at least 40 hours a week during the school year and 30 hours a week during the summer for a total of 1,720 service hours. The Alliance knows that some weeks you'll be putting in longer hours, such as during parent-teacher conferences, but they also know that there will be some shorter weeks. But these are the minimum averages needed to reach the 1,720 service hours. Keep in mind that summer hours can be more difficult to come by, so it's important to be planning for that now by perhaps serving more than 40 hours a week, or by planning ahead for professional development opportunities in the summer that you can take advantage of. It's also a good idea to plan ahead for any time off you may be taking or for any sick days that pop up. Always coordinate with your supervisor about serving during non-school days. For example, if you're going to be participating in an on-demand YIPA training over winter break, make sure your supervisor knows. Many sites offer trainings and professional development opportunities for staff. Take advantage of that during off-session days. If you're planning on taking any time off, let both your supervisor and your trainer at the Alliance know. You can go through the resource page to find training hour opportunities, and you can also count the time spent exploring the resource page as training hours. Data tracking is a way to get service hours. Spend some time over winter break getting caught up. Make a professional development plan and share it with your supervisor and trainer. This helps you plan for training hours. Promise Fellows can dedicate up to 20% of their total hours, which is 344 hours, to training. This includes Alliance trainings, which are about 74 hours. This leaves over 250 hours for professional development, which comes out to about 5 hours a week, depending on when you began your service. Professional development can be many things and includes time that you spend on life after service activities, such as applying to school, informational interviews, taking a language class, or learning how to code. There are lots of ways to get hours, especially training hours. Just make sure to communicate with your supervisor and trainer about how you're planning to get those hours so everyone is on the same page. Now into the hour calculators. You have probably already noticed that Encore has an hour tracker, so what makes the Excel calculator useful? Encore does have an hour tracker, but the thing is that this is only updated when your supervisor approves your hours. You will continue to put in hours, but this won't be reflected on Encore until your supervisor approves your next timesheet. So the Excel calculator gives you an accurate reflection of where you are in your service at any time. You can also plan ahead using the Excel calculator. If you know that you'll be taking a week off over spring break, you can use the Excel calculator to see how many additional hours you need to serve per week to make up for that week off. To get to the hour calculator from the Promise Fellow resource page, all you have to do is scroll down to Forms, Timesheets, and Policies. Then you will find your service hour calculator right here. We have a full term and a half term. Here's what the hour calculator looks like. The first thing you should do is enter your expected end date and number of hours that you've served as of the last pay period, which you can find on Encore. If you've been serving after the last pay period, enter how many hours per week you've served. As you begin to plan ahead, you'll be paying most attention to the current statistics box. The middle section tells you how many hours you need to serve as of the current day. So in my example, I entered the total number of hours I have served as of my last time card and the number of hours per week that I have served since. Now I can see that I currently need to serve 891 more hours to reach the 1,720 hour total, and that averages out to about 36.26 hours per week. Now I can begin to plan ahead. As I enter expected hours, I take note of the highlighted cells. They remind me of both times that I may be taking off, like spring break, but also remind me that there will be weeks where I'm likely to serve additional hours, such as Global Youth Service Day. Summer hours begin on June 1st, and fellows are expected to serve at least 30 hours per week. Remember that service hours may be more difficult to come by in the summer, so make sure that you are serving a sufficient number of hours during the school year so that you will be able to successfully complete your service. Think about professional development opportunities over the summer that will help you serve enough hours. And start planning with your supervisor the different kinds of ways that you can be serving if there are less opportunities for hours at your site. If you need any help planning future hours, make sure to contact your trainer at the Alliance. They are more than happy to help you brainstorm and always have plenty of ideas. As I plan future hours, I pay attention to the future planning statistics. This will tell me how many hours I have left to plan, the number of unplanned weeks after today, and the estimated hours needed per week if I were to follow my hours plan. If I were to follow the plan that I had just entered, taking 1 week off for spring break, but serving additional hours in the weeks leading up to that vacation, and serving additional hours in Global Youth Service Day, I can see that I'm on track to serve exactly enough hours. Plan is fine, but it would be really smart to plan on serving additional hours when I can to account for any unexpected time off, such as days when I'm sick. There is also an example hour calculator filled out that shows what it looks like to be planning early. You can see how unexpected sick days are later made up and how this fellow utilized opportunities like professional development and days like Martin Luther King Day and Global Youth Service Day to serve additional hours. Use this calculator to help you stay on track, and happy serving!